Oh, I think she's gonna kill us. I don't know, girl. What's a guardian deity? I think you're... I'm not the only one who got the impression we were one or two steps off from a Higurashi scene, right? Because she couldn't find the guardian deity. I don't want to be a gigolo anymore. Please. I honestly think our MC looks dumber than the fucking gigolo. Bro, if you don't take that fucking helmet off, I'm gonna isekai myself and smack that gigolo-looking helmet off you. Can we please have sex for once without the helmet? Sorry, baby doll. The helmet stays on during fun times. The fact that she'll fucking cosplay and Chuuni act with you. Yup. That's your woman right there. Where'd our gigolo go? Also, why the fuck do you have so many bags of gold? Let's hope he never gets romantically involved with her for more reasons than just the fact of the age gap. But also, she would kill him out of jealousy. Of course, those are just some of the highlights. Full and cut unblurred live reaction is over on my Patreon, among other exclusives. But let's jump into this, because this latest episode of Cute Girls Hero Party, it had me cracking the fuck up, guys. I mean, seriously, I don't think, and if I have, it's gotta be maybe one time max. How many isekai anime have unironically called someone a gigolo? And it's not even like a joke, like it's technically true. The only thing that maybe gives it a bit of leeway is the age of the woman financially taking care of well, the gigolo in question. Because, I mean, even looking up the definition of a gigolo, which is basically a man being financially supported to either be like, you know, an escort, lover, person of interest for an older woman. Though, granted, I guess when you got a demonic gargoyle, I think ages don't matter as much, I guess. I don't know. But that cracked me the hell up. And before someone's like, Brandon, isekai, you just call everything an isekai. This is an isekai. Remember, MC is literally isekai. Therefore, isekai. You motherfuckers argue with me too damn much. The thing that I'm really liking about this show, and I think it really stems from the fact that it doesn't try to do too much. There is a lot of characters and a lot of little stories, but they really do direct it like a slice of life that if you never focus back on any character, you're probably going to be okay. The only one they really have to continue to focus on is the main pairing. Otherwise, anyone can come or go at a moment's notice, and you're not going to be like, oh my god, they really fumbled the ball by not focusing on him. Which is why you can have an episode like this, where a goddamn gargoyle's like, I can't have some little girl financially support my mana crystals, whatever the hell they call it, addiction, basically, so I'm going to go get a job, right? That's a stupid storyline. It's an enjoyable storyline, but stupid. So even if like your favorite character is one of the other party members, you're not going to be like, oh my god, they're wasting time. Like, at the end of the day, it's just about the slice of life nature of whatever bullshittery is going on in any given scene, while primarily focusing on the growing bond between the central two. And, you know, to be honest, when she can look like this, guys, I mean, why am I not surprised that she's actually into his Chuuni bullshit delusions? Like, seriously, this is how he looks at a moment's notice. Had he had, like, a normal suit of armor, I don't think the helmet would look as cringy as it does. Like, even with his obnoxious personality of, hoo-hoo, I'm the lightning lord, I'm gonna do all... Like, he literally... If you throw him in a scene with, like, Sid from Eminence and Shadow, it's hard to say who would be more Chuuni, if I'm being 100% real. But you know what? Everyone has their tastes, everyone has their preferences, and while I don't get the impression Cecilia is the type of character who wants to naturally be a Chuuni, the fact that she can immediately match his energy at a moment's notice does show me that these two are very, very well together, and like they're kind of made for each other. Though they do kind of throw a wrench into the equation with her, as basically the king's like, hey, you're supposed to be getting married to someone you can't say no to, a very powerful person. She's like, I don't want to marry them. Probably because she has feelings for him. Not that I think she wants to get married in, you know, an episode or two. But there is a bit of flair that I feel like the last couple of episodes are going to focus on, especially after spending an entire episode where these two go on a solo date collecting notes for a quest. And I mean, the show has always had a lot of criticism towards its production, and I'm not here to say the production is the best looking thing of the season. In fact, I've said from the beginning, this is one of the most visually weakest series that I'm following. Now, backgrounds I've continued to highlight are fucking amazing, but the animation is absolutely one of the weakest I'm watching this season. It's probably not even close to being the weakest overall. Like, if we actually watched every 100 anime that aired this season, I'm guarantee you there's a dozen, if not more, that are animated worse than this. But it doesn't change the fact, yes, things slide on screen, but it never looks bad, and this is a key thing I keep highlighting. The character designs are fun to look at, the backgrounds are often quite exceptional, so even minimal movement, it's a slice of life about a bunch of dumb little romances. I'm okay with it being minimally moved. Do I want Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan to look like this? No, but a show like this, it kind of works. I also like that what they were doing there is like this, if you look into the center of that light that I just showed, it shows you your deepest desire. So for him, obviously it would be her, and he's thinking of like, oh, Raven would want her, blah, blah, blah. And she straight up says, oh, if I looked into it, cake is what I'd see. The show actually has humor. It's actually funny. There is some funny moments. I mean, the first couple minutes of an episode, you have a 100% with his full chest, you don't want to be a gigolo anymore. That's fucking amazing. I mean, there's certainly like little moments I wish they would do a bit differently, so we don't get to see them spend much time at this location. We see them a bit in the camp the night before, but like this is a very beautiful looking scene. I think it would have been nice to camp here. You know, they could have honestly done the cliche anime fan service. Don't peek on me when I'm in the bath, and they can do a lot of shit with that, both on the male and the female side. And I think slight missed opportunities, but still, they kept it pretty wholesome. And like I said, there is a bit of drama on the horizon when it comes to whole marriage, especially with them becoming more and more connected. And to be honest, they're on the same wavelength. The fact that he is a cringe lord, but the fact that she's the one who says, put the helmet back on. She is definitely made for him, and seemingly he's made for her. There's obviously the uncertainty with the political marriage that is being lined up for her, but I'm sure there's ways to get out of that. And if not, I mean, keep the helmet on and cut down some fools. I don't know. It's funny though, because the amount of jokes you can make about a character like this, like the fact that you could just assume, while they would never explicitly show it, I am 100% convinced, and I would be willing to bet any amount of money, that when they do the deed, the helmet stays on. When she gives birth to their child, the helmet stays on. That is his armor, and he will refuse to take it off. And to be honest, I think she'll be mostly into it and only slightly annoyed, which is kind of insane to think about. And I mean, the fact that his initial quest was like finding a lost cat, I don't know what it is with Adventurers Guild, but like the lost and found quests are like almost always the thing that are trying to be pushed on like the lower ranking characters. But this dude's like, this dude could probably fight demons and shit, and he's like trying to find lost cats, and like they get this like littlest bag of gold, which makes the reward that Cecilia ends up getting for like properly documenting all of the notes for her quest, and it's like this giant sack of gold, all the funnier. The one thing I do want to say, this was borderline Higurashi. When she couldn't find the goddamn statue, it felt to me like she was ready to slice a bitch up, and then he walked in and she was fine. There's already enough sus allegations with the fact of her age, and I really hope he just looks at her as like his daughter and nothing more. But if this was ever to become more, I'm pretty sure the jealousy would actually kill a bitch, and that's kind of insane. I'm liking this show. If they never made a season 2, am I going to shed a tear? Absolutely not. But if they made a season 2, my initial reaction would be like, oh yeah, that was a good show. I'm glad to watch more. I don't know what you've been thinking though, and honestly, if you've seen another isekai refer to a character, and the character dead-ass kind of is a gigolo, please let me know which ones, because I surely have been missing them, and I'd love to correct that mistake. Thoughts down below, drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and Patreon for live reactions and exclusives over there. Like, hey, I love to give those video shoutouts to my patrons because they help fund these videos and make it all possible over here on YouTube. Alright, so today we got Vibel, Aegis, Ciarson, Kyle Asperus, The Dragon's Thorn, Brooklyn, RN Jedi, and we also have Flit, so I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.